Hello everybody, my name is Tenelin and 7.3 is out, which introduces our newest planet to cosmic exploration, Phaenna. In order to unlock it, you will need to go to Sinus Ordorum off of Bestway Burrows, and there will be a new quest right here, which will just do a quick cutscene to get you to the new planet. Once you do have the new planet unlocked, you can get there either two ways. One is completely new, but you can go to Driving Way and it'll have a toggle of either Phaenna or Sinus Ordorum, or they added in a new option. If you go back over to the Bestway Burrows Ethernet, you can actually just right click here and it has an option to travel to Phaenna. They haven't added that in for Sinus Ordorum. I'm not sure if they plan on doing that, but this allows you to get here a little bit faster than it did before. Now, this planet is beautiful. I'm going to have some footage up in the background of me just running through a lot of the zones. I haven't been able to explore all of it just yet, but man, it has a really neat aesthetic. I'm a big fan. It's a lot more colorful than the moon, so I do appreciate that. And if you can see at the home base here, the floor is just wildly like psychedelic colors. I guess the whole theme is supposed to be glass, so it is very interesting to see. They have like stained glass for the cosmoliners, and I am very excited to see how the base evolves for this one. Now, just some quick things that you need to know. So for the stellar missions and the cosmic research, to get your new tools, you do have to have the level 9 completed with all of 1 through 4 at the minimum required research, which is listed here. And then you'll be able to go over to Researching Way and grab your 1.1 tools from him. This is the newest tool that is the level 100 tool. So the new planet starts at level 100 and it has 5 levels that you can go to get the final tool of this patch. And that tool goes up to level 750, and it does have the exact same stats as the crafted 7.3 gear without the meld slots, which is what we kind of expected. The only difference on that tool is it does have a plus 8 GP or CP depending on, so it has a little bit of a better setup if you don't plan on melding, so these tools are perfect for a budget setup. Now, as you can see, I've already done 2 of them. They really didn't take nearly as long as Sinus Ordorum's. They were actually pretty quick to get done. I think they only took me maybe an hour or 2 per tool. These ones are a lot easier to do because you automatically have up to Class A missions unlocked if you've done Sinus Ordorum. So if you've done your other tools up to level 9, the max level before this patch, you can easily just start off by doing the A rank missions. And these give you a good amount of points very quickly. Let me switch over to, and if you get one of them done, you will get a 50% bonus to research. It's the same as Sinus Ordorum. Having 1 done gets you 50% bonus to your research. Having 3 gets you 100, and then having 5 gets you to the max of 150%. As far as I've seen, I wouldn't imagine they would have changed that, but I have confirmed that you get at least the 150 boost up to 5. Now, again, these tools, these new ones start off at level 100, so you don't have the full grind from level 10. But the good part is, if you are new to the cosmic exploration scene, or if you didn't do all of your relic tools in Sinus Ordorum, you can still do any of the missions on the newest planet and get research progress into those tools. You aren't forced to go back to Sinus Ordorum. I had a couple of people on my Discord confirm that even a level 10 tool, the first level of research, you can just start in Phaenna and immediately start doing your tool here. So you can technically skip Sinus Ordorum completely, so you don't feel left out if you're just jumping in. It's a great time to get back into it, as you can see, the zone is pretty populated and people are having fun doing these new things. I don't really have too much that I would recommend for guides in particular. If you don't know anything about cosmic exploration, be sure to check out some of my older videos that covered in Sinus Ordorum. As far as I can see, almost everything is pretty similar and can be translated over to this new planet. There's not anything that new that you need to know about except for one thing. There are new EX Plus missions, and these give you these Phaenna exploration tokens. Now, 100 of these tokens get you a token booklet, and you need 60 of these booklets to get the new Cosmo board mount. Now, from everything I've seen, the crafts that give you these EX plus, these are pretty difficult expert level crafts that don't have a way to macro them. You do actually have to do like manual handcrafted from everything that I've seen. But the good news is that all of the Disciple of Lands have EX pluses, and those are much easier to do, especially if you have like a high tier setup for your gathering jobs. It makes it so those EXs are definitely the best way to farm for the Cosmo board if that's what you're looking to do. Another thing that a lot of people were waiting to see is if the Cosmic Class Tracker was going to get any additional point achievements. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like they've added any for this one, which does make me feel that 500,000 will probably be the max that you'll have to worry about for all of Cosmic Exploration. So if you were holding off on your grind like I was, it will be a good idea to go ahead and get some more of your jobs caught up in this planet. Just as a reminder though, we do have 2 more planets coming out, so there's no real reason to push for that 500,000 of every job if you aren't like super motivated to do so, because you will have 2 more planets to continue working as you go. The relic setups will get you some points on top of that, and if you're looking to do something like gold star all of the missions or grind out the tokens for the new mounts, then it will be a good idea to wait. On top of that, speaking of new mounts, we have the credit exchange, which does have some new things for us, including a new mount. We do have the new Star Captain gear that we did see in one of the previews, and honestly, it actually looks a bit better than I thought it would. I do actually like the hat. It's a pretty neat little setup, and that's something you can get for just Cosmo credits. So if you're doing Sinus Ordorum or Phaenna, you can get these here. As well, we have a new Interstellar Dommel whistle that you can get if you had seen that in one of the spoiler previews from the special website. And there is a new Cosmic Exploration Framers kit that you can get. There's a couple other things here. I did purchase this face wear, which I'll show you here in a moment. This is just a left and a right eye patch, and they have different variations. This is actually a face wear that you can just put onto your gear set, so it's actually pretty nice. Let me go ahead here, and so I actually like the look of this a lot, actually. So I did purchase that pretty quickly here. This was the first thing that I purchased from the new patch. Big fan of this, so I'm assuming the other one will just flip to the other side. I did choose the side that had my hair on it, so it's a little hard to see, but I felt like thematically it worked a little bit better, so that was what I went with there. Obviously, there will be new base upgrades that you will achieve as a server, so the more work that the server puts in, the faster that these new base achievements will come, and there will be new things that we unlock as those base upgrades happen, especially new missions and new areas in the map as we go. I'm assuming that we're going to be expanding slightly down into the southeast and southwest section, but we'll really have to see what happens there. If you are looking for a little bit of resources, Phaenna, the person that did the first Cosmic Exploration guide, the macro spreadsheet that we had, has been putting one together. It's actually in the same exact link from the last patch, so if you had that saved, bookmarked, or you found it in the description of my video here, you'll see that they have been putting this together. Now, it's very early, so give them some time to get everything together, but they do have a high tier and a mid tier setup for all of the crafting macros, and it shows you all of the different ways that you can achieve gold. It looks like right now, even with the mid-tier setup, you're able to achieve gold relatively easily, potentially. It looks like they're still working on some of these here with the lines through them, but all of the standard missions, no problem, you're able to achieve gold. It looks like some of the sequentials as well. I haven't been able to try out some of the higher level sequentials just yet, but everything will be in here. You just will be able to click on the macros that's listed, and it shows what kind of food you need to use based on the macro that you choose. You can open these up into Teamcraft and grab the macros from here. Another thing, if you'd rather, you can use Raphael, and Raphael added a new, really actually helpful part. Let me actually fix the screen up here. Raphael now has a drop-down menu for missions. So if you have a mission that you're trying to do, so let's say, for example, the mission I have available here is the efficient recycled resource utilization 2. So if I search that and I look, I want the leather worker one, and I can actually just find the mission itself and it will tell me what the recipe is, and I can actually select it. So you don't have to accept the mission before you go ahead and run a simulation. So you can get your macro before using the mission, so you don't waste any of the time doing the countdown there. Let me see if I can get this to fit a little bit better. So now all I have to do is click solve and it'll come up with that macro beforehand. I can copy that over into my game before I accept this mission. So the efficient recycled resource utilization, I'll go ahead and initiate that. And now I have my macro ready to go, where I can just paste it into the game and execute it. As well, just to touch on real quick, in case you hadn't done any of the cosmic exploration since 7.3 came out, there were a couple of changes you need to know about. The first one is for gathering. When you report a mission now, you automatically get all of the GP that you used during that mission, and the cordial cooldown is reset. So this makes it a lot easier to spam, like especially these limited time weather events, so that you can actually not have to worry about doing these as hard as it was inside of Sordorum now, because you automatically get that GP back. You can spam these a lot easier, and you can spam cordials a lot faster, which is a kind of an interesting one. So make sure that you are stocking up on enough cordials for doing these weather missions now. These are the missions that I was talking about, where I will be able to get, where you can get these exploration tokens. So these are the best ones to do. These are during the special weather events, which there will be a weather tracker linked down in the description. It's called Nekobot. It is what I would recommend you use if you're trying to keep track of weather events in cosmic exploration zones, as there are special missions tied to the different types of weather. But overall, they are a lot easier to do now. And the other change is that you can actually mount in the cosmic exploration zones, so you can travel between the nodes a lot faster now. So just a couple things to keep in mind in case you hadn't done anything since the initial release of cosmic exploration. As the week goes on and I get a little bit more information and do a little bit more in cosmic exploration, I'll do my best to put out any guides. If you're having any trouble with anything in particular, or you think there's something interesting that you would like to point out to me, leave me a comment down below and I'll do my best to check it out. Thank you very much for watching, and especially thanks to all of my members here. You too can become a member for only $1 a month. It just helps me out and I really do appreciate it. Have fun exploring the cosmos, and I'll see you later.